Thank you, Val. All right, so next up on the program, we're going to switch to hear directly from some of our patients. The first is Travis and Shawnee Bray. They are co-founders of the Hereditary Colon Cancer Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization serving the hereditary colon cancer community by connecting patients, caregivers, and medical professionals with educational, social, and financial resources while promoting research and healthcare initiatives. Travis is a third-generation FAP survivor and understands firsthand the long-reaching physical and emotional effects that living with this disease have on both the patient and their loved ones. It's kind of fitting, although unplanned, that directly after Val's discussion that we'd have the two of you here. I've had the pleasure of getting a chance to meet you a while ago. We're delighted you're here. You really are helping us to carry forth the mission on colon cancer, which frankly is extremely underdiagnosed, hereditary colon cancer. We need all the help we can get, and we sincerely appreciate everything you've continued to do. So welcome.
It was so nice over there that, it was so nice over there, the wind was blowing behind me. Now I'm just gonna have like hair going across my face. All right, so yes, I'm the executive director of the Hereditary Colon Cancer Foundation, which is really fancy because there's only two of us in the organization. Apparently the IRS frowns on calling yourself the Grand Poobah. You have to like give yourself a real name. But I came to this by way of FAP, familial adenomatous polyposis. And the short and skinny of FAP, in case you're not familiar with it, is that you just get these hordes of polyps growing inside your colon. So, you know, for those of you who don't know about phones on the wall, you're not gonna know what shag carpeting is. But that's pretty much what FAP does to your colon. So if you don't know what it's like, Google it. It's gonna be way funnier later. But it's an extremely actionable disease. These polyps turn into colon cancer, and if you don't have your colon removed, you die. And the age of cancer is somewhere in the 30s. Mortality is in the 40s. So you can imagine, going back to what Mark was saying earlier about how Myriad is poised because of their attention to detail. When you're a family and you're dealing with FAP, 95% is not good enough. I mean, epidemiologically, if you're doing thousands of tests, you can't miss 5%. I mean, you have to be really good. And what first impressed me about Myriad is their quality control and their quality assurance. And so from this like Myriad Matters standpoint, I could really stop right now because they literally are saving lives. Every time they find someone that has it, that person can have a surgery and they can live. And if they find someone that doesn't have it, they don't have to go see Jewel at Huntsman and have a colonoscopy every year for like their entire life. So I mean, this is really big for the family, but since it's their 25th anniversary, I'll continue as to why Myriad matters so much. Without going deeply into the services that our organization provides, I wouldn't, now that I have like 12,000 people, please look at our website and check out what we're doing. But when you do, you'll see like a really nice website, and I have to compliment it because Shawnee designs the website. She put the website together. You're going to find this growing list of experts that specialize in these conditions. It's pretty common for someone in Lehigh not even to know that someone at Huntsman can specialize in their disease. Right now, we're educating over 400 medical professionals through a webinar series that many of the genetic counselors here are taking, and we appreciate your attendance. But these are conditions that are that are underdiagnosed, but they're undereducated. Most medical professionals, we only get a few days about this. And so we're actively educating these medical professionals so that they can take care of families. And one of the things, the last thing I'll mention is we're writing these educational resources. So as a patient, you can go to many websites and you can, the first thing that it says, like familial adenomatous polyposis is an autosomal dominant something. You've already lost everyone. Like no one knows what these big words are. And so one of the things that I'm having a real fun time doing is taking like the cancer guidelines that are accepted by medical professionals and writing them at like a 6th grade literacy level so that they're accessible by all families. These are the things that we dreamt of when we first started this organization. Like when Sean and I were scraping it together, like what do we want to do? I'm like, well, I want to educate people in a way that's meaningful. Like I don't want to put something that's useless. If you look at all of these Myriad had a hand in every one of these. Like our website, that growing list of doctors, we needed money. Straight up. And honestly, these things are not super sexy things that like donors dig into. Like, help us put together a website. They want to see something already there waiting for them and that they can buy into. And when we first started this organization, we needed help. There was not very many patients. I knew like my dad, my cousin, my aunt, they're all broke. We had like no donors. Like, I mean, we didn't have this like massive list. We were just like these two people in Chicago with like a grand idea of how we could lose half of our salaries to start a nonprofit. But Myriad really were the first people that like bought into what we were doing and supported us and allowed us to grow. They're the reason why we have this, why we're educating doctors, educating patients, getting them to experts. And so that's why Myriad really matters to me. And thankfully, we've been able to diversify our portfolio. We don't just go to the Bank of Myriad every time we need something. There are other people out there. But Myriad has the only patient-facing advocate that supports these patient advocacy groups. Myriad is the only organization that has a Carolyn DeMond. And she... I love my job, and I love it because I get to work with people like Carolyn and people like Lloyd, and I get to sit in Aston Martin with Mark Capone every now and then. That may or may not have happened after, anyway. So Myriad matters a lot. It matters to a lot of people. It matters to us, and so I just want to thank Myriad for everything and wish you all a happy anniversary.